Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're really digging into someone special, a name that, well, if you love Indian cinema, you just know it. It's synonymous with these incredibly soulful songs. Mukesh Mathur.
Absolutely, a true legend.
We've been going through this really detailed biography, looking at his whole journey. It's quite something. And our goal today, really, is to understand the person behind that amazing voice.
Okay.
Let's unpack this.
What's fascinating here is we're talking about one of the absolute golden voices of Indian cinema. People often called him the voice of melancholy, and for good reason. So for you listening, the idea is to get beyond just the famous songs, right? To understand the man, what made his contributions so unique, and why his voice still resonates so powerfully today.
That's a great way to put it. So
Yeah.
let's start at the beginning. Where did it all begin for him? Mukesh Mathur, born July 22nd, 1923, in Delhi, British India back then.
Right.
Came from a middle-class Kayastha family. He was, I think, the sixth of quite a few children. And the biography mentions this early interest in music, singing at family gatherings, that kind of thing, even as a kid.
Yeah, it sounds like that family setting was quite important. Supportive, probably helped nurture that early talent. But the story of how he actually got discovered, it's pretty amazing. Almost like something out of a movie itself.
Oh, yeah. Tell us about that. Here's where it gets really interesting.
Well, the story goes he was singing at a relative's wedding. And his distant relative, Motilal, who had this interesting background, starting as a motorman, then becoming a big actor, Motilal heard him.
Just like that, at a wedding.
Apparently, Motilal was just, captivated. He heard this voice and thought, wow, this is something. He described Mukesh as maybe a bit shy, but with the voice you just had to pay attention to.
That's incredible. A real discovery moment then. So Motilal sees this raw talent. What does he do?
He basically took him under his wing, brought him to Bombay and Mumbai now, and crucially, he didn't just bring him there. He arranged for proper music lessons with Pandit Jagannath Prasad.
Ah, so formal training.
Exactly. A serious investment. But here's an interesting initial challenge Mukesh faced. His voice, especially early on, sounded remarkably like the legendary K.L. Saigal.
Oh, wow. Saigal was huge. I could see how that could be. Well, tricky. Good because people recognize the sound, but bad because, you're in someone's shadow.
Precisely. The biography talks about this quite a bit. At first, maybe it helped him get noticed. People knew that kind of vocal style. But very quickly, it became a comparison point. He sounds like Saigal, maybe not always favorably.
Right, the imitation tag.
Exactly. So he had to work really hard. With Pandit Prasad, refining his technique, sure, but also finding his own emotional core. He aimed for something maybe a bit more direct, more unvarnished. Prioritizing the feeling. It was a real effort to step out of Saigal's shadow and find his own authentic voice in a field full of amazing singers already.
And he certainly found it. That unique vulnerability. So his Playblock debut, that was 1945. The film Nirdosh.
That's the one, singing Dil Hai Buja Hua Ho too.
But the really big one, the song that just exploded?
Dil Jalta Hai to Yalne Day, also 1945 from Pili Nazar.
And wasn't that picturized on Motilal, the guy who discovered him?
Yes, which is just perfect, isn't it? Talk about full circle. That song made Mukesh an overnight sensation, pretty much.
Wow. But when you think of Mukesh, one actor immediately comes to mind.
Right, absolutely. Raj Kapoor.
So what does this all mean, that partnership?
It became the voice of Raj Kapoor. It was more than just singer-actor. It was this deep artistic connection. Think about it like Kishore Kumar for Rajesh Khanna.
Or Rafi for Dilip Kumar.
Exactly. Those kinds of iconic pairings. But the Mukesh Raj Kapoor thing, it went even further. It went global.
Global, really? How so?
Yeah, the sources really emphasize this. Take Awera Hoon from Awera, 1951. That song, that film, it wasn't just massive in India. It was huge in the Soviet Union, China, Eastern Europe.
No kidding.
Seriously. Mukesh's voice, through Raj Kapoor on screen, became like the sound of India for millions in those places. He was the international voice of Raj Kapoor.
That's incredible. And there were so many others.
Oh, loads. Mera Juta Hai Japani from Shri 420.
A classic.
Sab Kuksi Kumne from Manari.
Uh-huh.
Das Das Naraha from Sangam. And Jina Yahan, Marna Yahan from Maranam Joker. These weren't just film songs. They became like anthems about life, struggle, love.
It really sounds like they were meant to work together.
Right.
But did he only sing for Raj Kapoor? Or did he voice other actors too?
That's a good question. Because while that partnership was central, definitely, if we connect this to the bigger picture, Mukesh absolutely sang for other major stars. He was versatile.
Like who?
Well, the biography mentions Sunil Dutt, for example. Remember Sawan Ka Mahina from Milan?
Right.
Huge hit, very different feel, more romantic.
Oh, right. Yes.
He also sang for Manoj Kumar, even Rajesh Khanna early on, and Amitabh Bachchan. Think of Kabhi Kabhi.
Ah, yes. We'll get to that one.
So yeah, he wasn't just tied to one star. He could adapt, but always brought that signature Mukesh feel, that emotional core.
Which brings us perfectly to his style, that famous voice of melancholy. He just had this knack for soulful, emotional songs. Sad songs, yes, but with such profound feeling. And simplicity, somehow.
Exactly.
The biography calls it unpretentious singing, deep emotion, and natural voice quality. That feels right.
It really does, and that's what set him apart. You know, you had Rafi, who could sing anything, just incredible range, and Kishore Kumar with all that energy and fun. Mukesh, though, he carved out this specific niche, this ability to express deep, heartfelt emotion, maybe sorrow, maybe longing, but with this raw honesty.
It wasn't just sad.
No, not at all. It was deeper. The biography suggests it often reflected the mood of the times, too. Post-independence India, lots of complex emotions, big changes. His voice kind of tapped into that. The common person's hopes, fears, heartbreaks. It resonated because it felt real. It gave voice to feelings people couldn't always express.
So it was almost cultural, reflecting the times.
In a way, yes. It fit the kind of complex, emotional storytelling that was happening in Indian cinema then. Sacrifice, love, hardship. His voice added this incredible layer of depth.
That raises an important question then. How did that unique sound, that emotional quality, actually shape the films themselves? Did it influence the storytelling?
That's a fascinating point. The sources suggest, yes, it absolutely did. Composers and filmmakers knew what Mukesh could do. They knew he could convey this vulnerability, this sort of resigned longing. So they'd sometimes craft scenes, even character arcs, knowing his voice would be perfect for it. It created a space for more emotionally rich stories.
So the voice came first, in a way, or at least shaped the narrative.
It seems like it could, yes. Especially for characters facing tough times or dealing with internal struggles. His voice wouldn't just show their sadness, it gave their struggles a kind of dignity, a quiet strength. It wasn't just about feeling sorry for them, it was about understanding their resilience.
That's really something, influencing the actual narrative.
Wow.
And naturally, an artist like that gets recognized. Awards and things.
He certainly did. He won the National Film Award for Best Male Playback Singer. That was for Kai Bar Yuhi Dekha Hai.
From Rajnaganda, 1974.
That's the one. And multiple Filmfare Awards, too, like for Sab Kuch Sikha Humne back in '59.
And his personal life.
Yeah.
We get glimpses in the biography. He married Cyril Trivedi in 1946. It seems like that was a strong partnership.
Yes, apparently there was some initial family resistance, but it became a very solid foundation for him.
And the music continued in the family, didn't it?
It did. His son, Nitin Mukesh, also became a playback singer.
And his grandson, Neil Nitin Mukesh, he's a Bollywood actor now.
Right. So that artistic line continues. It makes you wonder, doesn't it, how much his own life experiences, the love, the struggles, maybe even that initial resistance to his marriage fed into the emotion in his songs.
A kind of feedback loop, maybe?
Perhaps. That authenticity audiences felt it had to come from somewhere real. Tragically, though, his career was cut short. He was still very much active, still touring.
When did he pass away?
It was August 27th, 1976. He was in Detroit, Michigan, actually, on a concert tour. He had a heart attack.
Oh, wow. While on tour, that must have been a huge shock.
Devastating. For the industry, for his fans, just immense grief.
Yeah.
And Raj Kapoor's reaction, it says everything.
What did he say?
He reportedly said, quite simply, "I have lost my voice."
Wow. I have lost my voice. That just shows how deep that connection was.
Absolutely. It wasn't just a singer. It was part of his own artistic identity that was gone. But Mukesh left behind this incredible body of work. Over 1,200 songs, the biography estimates, Hindi films, regional films.
An amazing legacy.
Truly. And so many timeless classics, songs people still adore today.
Like Kabhi Mehr Dil Mein.
Oh, yes, from Kabhi Kabhi, 1976. That beautiful duet with Lata Mangeshkar shows his romantic side so well.
Yeah, Kahin Dorjav Dindal J from Anand.
So philosophical, almost haunting, from 1971.
Main Na Balunga from Roti Kapta Armakan.
A powerful one, 1974. And even earlier, like Chansi Mehbooba from Himalaya Ki Godmain.
1965. Such tenderness in that.
Exactly. He really is one of those undisputed golden voices. His songs just, they captured the soul of that whole era.
What an incredible journey we've taken. Mukesh Chand Mathur. truly an irreplaceable voice, more than just a singer, wasn't he? He was someone whose voice just resonated emotionally, generation after generation.
Yeah.
It wasn't just lyrics and melody, it was a feeling,
Yeah.
that melancholy, that depth. It
Yeah.
really did define a cultural moment. It felt so human, so honest.
And thinking about his legacy, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? It brings up a really interesting point for you, our listener, to maybe think about. How do artists like Mukesh, whose main tool is pure emotion conveyed through his voice, how do they create something that feels so incredibly personal, yet at the same time, it's understood universally, across different cultures, across decades?
Hmm.
What makes a voice like that truly timeless? How does it keep connecting long after it's gone? It's something to ponder. We really hope you'll go back and listen to his songs, whether it's revisiting old favorites or discovering them for the first time. Experience that melancholy magic.